Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It is me, once again, screaming into the void of the internet. I kind of got something I want to talk about. I know I always say that, but, someone basically who's not necessarily very active in my life, but kind of like they're there, and they'll pop in every now and again and say something. But they started acting like very odd, one day, and they just said, "Oh, I just don't really feel like talking to you much." Like when I asked, like, "What's up?" And I just said, "Oh." And kind of why I just wanted to talk about this is it didn't hurt me or anything, because like I said, it's like you can come in my life or go, it's your choice or whatever. But like when they said that, it's like they waited because I guess they were trying to like crap test me and see like if I was gonna like break down or like beg. Oh, like, oh, why? I just said, "Oh." And here's my thing. I think a lot of people cling very, very hard to some people. And I get it because, like, I have my best friend. And if my best friend, like, just randomly, decided to act like that, I would really want to. I would try and cling, but not, like, super clingy. I'd want to say, "Hey, man, like, if, you just need some time, like, you want to be alone, then, be alone." It's not that, like, I hang with him, like, physically every day or something like that. We basically play video games all the time together, stuff like that. But if he said that, I'd give him his space. But when it comes down to like these random people that I guess think that they're a lot closer than they are, and I guess they feel like they have like some kind of leverage over you to try and cut you out of their lives, and they think that you're going to be just distraught, like you're just like, "Oh, I just don't want to talk anymore." And I just say, "Oh," and they waited because they thought that was going to like tear me up or something. I'm just like, I mean, okay, like, one less headache, I guess, one less person's emotional drama, I do try and be, like, I've always said that, there's always so many irritating people in the world, and there's so many, like, like, just disloyal and dramatic people that I've often said that, when I'm in that position, I try and be the one that's not, because I don't like being around those people. I don't like emulating them. One of the reasons why I don't really like cuss, it's not because I'm scared to say shit, bitch, fuck, and all that stuff. It's really just because I'm around like the hood, right? And I hear these nibbas say this stuff all the time. They can't say a single sentence without saying some kind of slur or some kind of derogatory term. That's why I don't really like say it. It's not that I won't ever say it, for the most part. It's just that I just don't want to be like them. I don't want to speak like them. I don't want to think like them. And so I actively try to do things that they don't do, to set myself apart and distinguish myself, So when it comes down to people, like, I do like to try and be the person that's reliable. I like to be the one that's honest, the person that's not spreading rumors. So it's rather funny to me that even if you do that, and like I said, I say this before, don't care about like trying to be a hero or anything. It's not that I'm trying to be a hero, okay? Even doing that, you'll still just have random instances like where someone will just randomly just be like, "Oh, I just don't want to talk to you anymore," and whatnot. And like in instances like that, like unless they're close again, like just let them go, because it doesn't really, like, people don't make sense. Like you can do everything right and maybe make a mistake once, and I'm not saying it's warranted, because like, listen, if it's a warranted mistake, like if you freaking talking to a minor, or you're freaking cheating on somebody and stuff like that, that's one thing. But if it's like just something like, oh, you hurt their feelings, and then they just like want to forget all of the bonds that you had, all of the times, all of the memories, because, oh, you made me angry for a day, and not even a day when you think about it. Oh, it could be a day, like after you heard that, like you were disappointed or something, but you made me angry for, let's just say, 30 minutes to a day, and now all of a sudden the years that we have together are like, what, meaningless, really? you know it's just one of these things where it's like, do people not realize that you're very replaceable? Like, we often tell each other that we're unique, and we're unique in, I guess, individualism. And even then, I'd argue that a lot of people choose to like repress their individuality in order to fit with people, right? In order to like not be the black sheep. But you are unique in your individual perspective, but even then, like, there's always going to be someone that's close. And even though I'd say you're unique as a human being, I'm still certain that I could find somebody else to fill the role that you filled, if not better, you know? I mean, obviously not for everyone, because like I said, in a lot of aspects, I do consider, like, say, my best friend as completely irreplaceable. Nothing is worth more to me, you know, than my best friend. Nothing. Nothing. Not even my family. And I don't care if, like, they hurt that. Like, it's just the truth, because realistically speaking, in a lot of instances, my best friend's been there for me closer than my family. There are things I can discuss with my best friend that I can't discuss with my family. So I would argue that, yeah, I do value his friend. There's nothing that I value more than his friendship, you know? And for some of these people, like, they don't really understand that, yeah, again, you're unique as an individual, but unless you really have a bond with somebody, unless you've really taken the time to, like, really just be with someone through the ups and the downs, like, you can be replaced. Like, whether it's, like, you know, just a platonic relationship, whether it's an actual relationship, it's like, oh, sure, oh, you'll never find another one like me. Yeah, I'm sure, maybe not, but I could find someone better, if not close. Like, I don't, like, what makes you think that you're so unique? Like, what makes you think that you being excluded from, you know, my life or something like that is certainly going to make me cry myself to sleep? Oh, please don't leave. Like, what? Like, no. Like, I don't, I get that there are a lot of people like that. And I think it's mainly due to the fact that, like, the social anxiety makes it so hard to make friends that people, like, try and cling to them harder, even if those friends, air quotes, are, like, miserable parasites and stuff like that. But for me, like, I just have always said that personally, you know, if you want to go, go. You know, like, that's another reason why, like, relationships and me just don't work, because I don't cling to people like that, because I can't trust them. You know, I can't trust human beings. You know, they're going to do something at some point that's going to piss you off, and it's not, like, just something small. It's always usually something grand. You know, because if it's petty stuff, I don't care. You know, like, I don't even care for, like, I listen to people, like, talk about gossiping. Oh, that's why I don't like that person. He's always talking about someone. And then right when you're saying that, don't you realize that you're gossiping around them? Like, gossip is just natural. So, I mean, it's whatever. I'm sure that even my best friend might have moments where he's kind of, like, you know, talking about me or whatnot. And listen, I could take it, because, you know, some people, they like to filter themselves. Like, I talk about, like, I know that there's jokes on, like, the internet, how, like, you know, when you're on a video game, you're talking all racist and like, misogynistic and all this stuff. Like, just all the stuff that is, like, politically incorrect. But I don't have that filter. Like, if I feel that way on the game, I feel that way in real life. You know, I don't hesitate to let someone know when they've irritated me. I don't freaking sugarcoat stuff. I don't, like, you know, like, freaking mince my words and stuff like that, unless I'm around someone that I actually, not, you know, fear, but, like, respect. If I'm around kids, I'm not gonna, like, you know, be freaking trash talking kids. I'm not gonna do that to kids. But if it's, like, an adult, and, you know, like, they think that I'm gonna filter myself just because they feel like, oh, like, that's gonna hurt their feelings or something, well, got news. I really don't give a rat's arse. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You know. So the way that I'm talking about that is, people, maybe they are fine with, like, the duplicity and stuff like that, and they get angry with it, but, like, me, I just see it as, like, that's just human nature, man. Like, you can't handle that someone's talking about you a bit, as long as it's not, like, you know, something crazy. Because listen, my friend can rip on me a bit. Yeah, you know, we rip on each other, and I feel like it builds character. I think people really need that dragon hide. You know, they don't just need some skin; they need dragon skin. They need that dragon hide, man. Like, these suckers are so just flimsy. It's like, listen, like, I feel like you could get through their freaking skin with a butter knife with how, like, listen, it's like a paper on their bones at this point. Like, I don't even know if you want to call it skin. Like, they get worked up over everything. Like, listen, someone calling me a faggot, a nigger, you know, like, whatever, I just do not give a rat's arse. Like, it's only when someone actually, like, you know, wants to put their hands on me. Now, you could say some egregious crap to me, and I'm just really not going to care. You know. Now, it's when you think you're gonna, like, put your hands on me, then it's different. You know. But you can say whatever. Like, listen, I don't need people to agree with me. I don't really want people to only agree with me. I wouldn't have become as calloused as I am towards, like, you know, insults and shame and all this stuff if people were always nice. I'd be like, oh, no, it hurts. You know, I don't care. And maybe in a certain aspect, that's kind of the good thing that my childhood was so crappy, because, you know, when your own freaking parent is telling you, like, you know, the most egregious crap, then, hey, you know, you just don't care. You know, I know that people say that words do hurt, and they do have, like, you know, long-term psychological damage, but I feel like once you kind of just snap, and maybe I am a bit unhinged to an extent in certain aspects. Like once you kind of just snap at a certain point, you don't care. Like I'm pretty numb to that stuff. Like I'm a very apathetic person towards most things. You know, I'm very apathetic. I can like turn my emotions on and off at will. With my friend, I see that he is trustworthy enough to like leave them on. With most people, I'm just apathetic. I don't really show them anything. I don't really show concern and stuff like that. You know, people sometimes see me and they'll ask, "Oh, can I get some help?" And I'm like, "No, I don't know you." I say stuff like that. And maybe people might feel like that's effed up, but hey, listen, the world that we live in, it's not right, you know? And again, like I said before, they don't reward heroes, so why would I sit around here and try and help a random person? For all I know, you could be trying to set me up, and it could be some freaking TikTok recording, oh, he snuggled me, you know? Oh, he tried to rob me, or it's just like some freaking psychopath just looking for an excuse to hurt someone or trying to rob me. I don't know, like, I don't know, but I don't care. You know, what I'm trying to get at here is this, okay, like, I'm someone that doesn't take things personal. I'm someone who has very thick skin. So when someone thinks that they're going to like leave your life or walk away in my life, I guess, it's not going to impact me because I'm not going to cling to them. I just don't care. I really don't care. And I think that a lot of people need to start having, because I'm not going to pretend and say that my way of doing things is the best way to do things. I'm not going to sit around here and say that. Okay, like everyone's different. Everyone has different personality traits. Everyone has different experiences that shape their worldview. I get that. You know, but I think a lot of people really need to stop clinging to like so-called relationships. And again, I don't mean this like, you know, romantically, platonically, just relationships in general. Like, if that cocksucker is a cocksucker and you're just blinding yourself because of like maybe something that there was a time where they weren't a piece of crap, you know, let that sucker go. Like, don't freaking cling to them. Like, what do you gain by keeping that bastard around in your life, you know? Because the person that, like, you know, like, essentially is basically saying that they're, air quotes, done with me, which is funny. You know, like, realistically speaking, you know, looking on it now, like, I probably did a bit too much, I think, for them. I probably offered my help too much for them. Not in the sense that, like, they don't respect my help, but it's, like, in my own opinion, like, because I'm not a people pleaser, but, like, if I'm close to you, which, you know, we were relatively close. We weren't, like, super, super close, but, like, you know, they definitely weren't an acquaintance. They were definitely someone I'd call my friend. So, like, looking back on it, I'm like, well, god dang, I did all that stuff, and, you know. Because, listen, I'm not really one of these people that thinks that, oh, since you're leaving me, like, in the sense of, you know, friendship or not wanting to talk, like, I regret all the help and stuff. Like, I'm thanks for the memories, I guess, but I'm just like, well, god dang, I really wish that I didn't do all of that if they're gonna just be a cold bastard for no reason, you know, just. Because, listen, I'm a cold bastard for all intents and purposes, so I know, you know, but I just say, hey, listen, like, if you're at that point, you know, that's fine and all, but, I mean, you could just be like, hey, listen, you know, like, I just want to, I don't know, like, just be honest about it. Like, if there is actually a reason that you're offended, you know, let me know, because if I actually said something that is untruthful, because I won't apologize for the truth. You know, if you got offended at something that I don't give a rat's arse about, you kick rocks, you know, like, if you're that weak-willed, then I don't need you, but if it's, like, actually something that, you know, like, personal attack or something, then that's different, which I don't. I never really insulted this person, stuff like that, but I have noticed that they are very thin-skinned. They get offended easily, so maybe they felt like I was offending them somehow, but considering that I'm, you know, usually the person that I said, you know, offering help a lot of times, I think that's pretty funny to just, if that is, like I said, I don't know what it is, and I don't really care, because like I said, I'm not really ranting about it feeling personal. I'm just saying, like, I think it's very odd that people will essentially cut people off for very weird things. Because listen, like I said, this isn't a personal thing. It's just, in today's day and age, people cut each other off for very pathetic stuff. Oh, you voted for a candidate I don't like. Oh, you know, you believe in something I don't believe, you know, like, and that's caused to, like, cut off friendships and memories. Like, really? Like, come on now. Like, listen, I don't drink. You know, my friend drinks. He's not a heavy drinker, but he does drink. When we go out, have I had a beer with him before? Yeah, beer tastes terrible. I have no idea how people drink it. I like mead, but mead is the only real reason I like it is because it tastes like honey. It's sweet. And even then, I'd rather just have the sweetness of that drink than the beer. So, but like when we went out and we went to like the Renaissance Fair, get me like not really caring for drink, you know, Did that stop me from having a good time with him? No, because, like, I don't know why people feel like they need to, like, agree with absolutely everything and like everything about someone's personality and to the T, but that is not me. You know, is there something about my, say, my best friend's personality that I don't really care for? I don't know. Like, I would say that he does have a bit of road rage, if that's it. He has a bit of road rage. I don't blame him, though, because there's some freaking idiots on the road, and, hey, man, I can't drive yet, and I'm sure that once I start driving and I gotta deal with idiots on the road, maybe I'll get a bit of road rage, too, so. I mean, that's about it. Like, I don't really think there's anything else. So, yeah. You know, it's probably gonna be more of a short one, but, you know, kind of wrapping this up. You know, like, don't be one of these people, like, clinging to anyone, whether it's, like, a lover, platonic friendship, you know, like, just, even a family member, dude. Like, if for some reason they have decided that all the memories that you made with them are worthless and they just want to cut you out, let them go, dude. Like, listen, there are billions of people in the world. You may not find someone who is going to be that person, considering that, you know, they're a unique, air quotes, human being, you know, because, yeah, you're unique in genetic material and stuff like that. But, in my opinion, at the same time, yeah, a lot of people like to repress their individuality, again, so that they fit in. So, yeah, you're unique in that capacity, but, like, you know, unique in, like, what we would do when we hang out. Do you really think I couldn't find someone to do that? Come on now. Like, let's say that we would always go to the movies. Do you think I can't find another human being out of the billions of human beings on the world to go to the movies with, or go eat out with? Like, come on, get real, dude. Like, don't cling on to people like that, dude. You need to take a logical approach and just say, okay, you know, if you want to go, like, I'm sorry that it ended this way, and it is what it is. If there is a reason to be sorry, you know. Because I do think that, yeah, will I miss this person? Kind of. You know, kind of. But again, like, I don't really bond with people that good because I can't trust them. There's only a matter of time before you're probably going to knife me. You can only get knifed so much times. And no, I didn't stutter. I say knife just as a joke. You can only get knifed so many times before you say, you know what, let me just go ahead and put some turtle shell back there, you know. Oh, what's that? Oh, I heard a dink. Sounds like a knife just broke. Oh. Well, what did you expect? You thought you really anticipated that I placed a lot more trust in you than I did, so, you know, it's not gonna really make me, so it's not really gonna make me, like, you know, feel some type of way. So it's like, if that's that, then that's that, you know. Like, don't hang on to it, folks. They're ready to go. Cut them out your life. You choose who you invite into your life and who you keep in your life, you know. And same is true for them, you know. If they're just done with you, it's what it is, you know. Is there a valid reason sometimes? Yeah. Is there a stupid reason sometimes? Yeah. But what do you know? It's just people, you know. A lot of people do a lot of stuff randomly and sporadically. So if you're really expecting there to be a pleasant reason for why it happens all the time, it's usually not. So don't really go looking for, I guess, reason where there is none, you know. So it's kind of one of those things. There is no reason to it, so don't look for it. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Hope you guys are hanging in there. It's rough out here, but stay sane. Stay sane. Stay motivated. Stay encouraged. God bless. I'll see you next time.